Good morning, everybody. It's not really a good morning because I didn't feel really well. I felt very ill, so I kind of felt asleep. And you can see it's already sunny outside, and is not the best way to start Monday morning. But I'm gonna take you through my day so you know what you do as a freelance writer who's not yet established, obviously. So kind of unemployed, but I'll show you that there is much more to it than you would probably think. So welcome to this day. I definitely need to do something for my eyes, because as I said, it wasn't the best night of all, believe me. So yeah, we're going to go. Oh my goodness. Look at the flooding in light. Isn't that lovely? So yeah, we're going to have a little morning routine. Hello. Definitely a shower, and then yeah, we'll see. This is work, not really. Sorry, I just have to find, because I'm filming with my phone today, which is a disaster, because it won't stay anywhere what I want it to. It'll either look like, okay, let's give it a shot. Right, so I've had my shower, obviously, and because we have some time before I head to the city, or actually I have some time, I'm going to air dry my hair. And I'm just going to I'm just going to show you what I do in the mornings. It's nothing fancy. This is not a beauty vlog, so nothing there. Yesterday I had a chat with my man, because we talked about, women and ugly women, and it was, for me, it's in as much puzzling that there are women that are ugly, in terms of that, I think with makeup and with hair blows, you can do a lot to improve the way you look. So I don't think that's really an excuse, especially for women, because I think for guys it's still quite uncommon to use foundation or something. But for women, we are in the pole position that we can do that, and that we can use, highlighter and stuff that I don't use, but Alright, so the first thing I do, if I have the time, which I definitely do today, I cleanse my face. And I am not very fancy. I'm a quite cheap person in that regard. I just have a soft and clear washing gel from Balea, and I rub it in with this Ebelline brush. So it's just warm water. Sorry you can't really see me better, but I have to try out ways how to do that. So there's water, and you put the Balea onto the brush, hot water as well, and then you just foam it in. And it gets really foamy. I don't know if you can see that from your dark little spot, but it's really, really nice, I think, in the morning, because it also kind of wakes you up. It exfoliates a little, and you feel really clean. Right. Wash out the brush and wash your face. Right. Now, if it was the weekend, or if I had extensive time, I would probably put on a mask. But I only did that 2 days ago, so I've decided I'm not going to do that today. Okay, then I need to get a new cream, but I was so skint from the move that at the moment I'm using the cream that I can't find at the moment. Where is it? Ah, there it is. So it's a Balea day cream. It's very fat, so it's like Vaseline or something. It's not very nice on the skin, if I'm entirely honest with you. So I will have to buy a new one as soon as my budget allows it, and then I might tell you about that as well. Right, so as I said, this is not a beauty vlog, it's just my daily routine, as it were. And I know I'm doing hundreds of things wrong, I guess. You will see that when we come to the makeup. But it's just how I do it, so there is no use in pretending otherwise. Good. So now that my face is kind of ready, I start doing the makeup. So you see I'm not a very long morning person. Now I use the MAC Mineralize foundation in the tone, what is that? It's NW15. The reason I use MAC is because I like it, but also because in Austria there's barely any foundation that is light enough for my skin. Because people are not, they're fair skinned, but they're not as white as I am. So it was very hard to find a foundation in which I didn't look like, you know, someone who just came from the tan studio. I don't have brushes, I don't have one of these little sponges, I just have fingers and I just rub it in. So as I said, not a beauty vlog. I'm doing this just the way I do it every day. Okay, good. I think it's very important to consider, not to consider, but to remember also to do the neck with your everything, because I see so many people who look amazing in their faces. They've maintained a very glowy, clean look, but then you look on their necks and you see their age. So, as you've noticed, I have these very terrible dark eye circles. I've not been sleeping very well, but that's not the excuse because I always have them. It's just one of the many things that God has given me to make my life extra hard. So I'm using MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. I had another one from MAC, which I like much better because the tube in which it came was much better, because the other one was, this looks like this, it is a mess. But the other one was a tube with a little brush inside, so you could brush on the foundation. Here, this is just a huge mess, but it's very good in, you know, concealing and doing its job. And I mean, there's no concealer, I think, that can really completely conceal. At least not from me. I mean, I think there are these green ones that professional makeup artists use, but I wouldn't use them because then I look like a monster. So there you go. So just a little bit of a dab under the eyes. And now, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm very glowy. Not in a good way. More than shiny. And so obviously going to matte it down with powder. So is it still running? Yes. So I have the Astor Mattitude powder in the number 2 porcelain. So that is my skin, just quite normal, and I dab on some of it under the eye. But I think the thing with powder is you must not overuse it, because otherwise you look very dried out. And so this glow that I've put on with the foundation, some of it needs to remain. I have such horrible skin at the moment. Must be the stress or something, I don't know. All right. Good. Now the nose is not going to keep for long because I have a bit of a bad cold. So I'm going to blow my nose constantly. So that's down the drain. Then I also use a blusher. I have no clue from where. It's a good brand because I stole it from my mother. That's what I know, but it doesn't say it on the little tip what it is. So I just use a little bit of that, not too much. It's just that I've been told that I look a bit like a corpse or someone who's really sick, like cancer stage 4. So I've decided to just put on a little bit of blusher to make me look less dead. All right, now for makeup generally, because this was like the base now, wasn't it? I'm very basic during the day. I don't do lots of things. For me, a mascara is a must. I always put on mascara because you might see it, or you might not see it, my lashes are not really existent if I don't put mascara on. So yeah, as for eyeshadow, I have various things that I use. Also the Estee Lauder that I have with, like, you know, various hues. I like to, either I put on a very like purplish eyeshadow, or I will put on a very like brownish. I'm gonna show it to you when I'm finished what it looks like, but I cannot really do my makeup and hold the phone at the same time. That would be a master act of multitasking, which I'm not good at. Okay, so for today, because we're not really going to be doing much, I'm not really going to be doing much, it's just really a little bit of you know, colour without making it super dramatic. And what I always do is I have a darker shade outside and then I do a bit of a lighter shade inside, spreading out from the eye up there to the middle. So I look a bit more awake. And that's it. And I always, with eyeshadow, I pretend to be super knowledgeable about it. Like I do, like, you know, different colours and I mix them up. But actually I don't. I just do that, you know, whatever floats my boat. That's the motto anyway. So there you go. Am I happy with this? I'm not sure. But I knew this would happen. I knew it would happen that if I wanted to show you the makeup, I wouldn't be happy with it. Right. And then there's mascara, and that's pretty much it. My mascara at the moment is a very cheap one, and I'm going to buy a new one as soon as I have the money, because it's a she style zone and kind of clogs up my lashes. And the worst thing is there are always little particles going inside my eye. So often I have a perfect makeup, then I put on mascara and I can start all over again because I've got something in my eye and I start growing. So that's not really ideal, is it? But yeah, I mean, sometimes when I'm in the mood, I will put on some kohl or eyeliner. But not today, because I'm too lazy and I'm not really going to be leaving the house much, so just once in the city, and I'm not really in the mood to pimp myself up. So we'll see how that goes. My man is highly intimidated by the process of makeup, and he's highly averse to, you know, not me putting makeup on, he does like that. It's just when I do it in front of him, he can barely watch because it's also close to the eye, and he will always flinch and say like, oh my god, how can you do that? It's so close to the eye. And what he really hates is when in the evening I sometimes fish out little particles of makeup from my eye with my finger, and he hates that. He's like, bleh, how can you do that? How can you, you know, do that? Put your finger in your eye. So There you go. Now hair, I'm very uncomplicated with hair, and that just means I'm lazy. My favorite thing for hair ever is the Babyliss curler. It's really the best thing I've ever bought, and I've been trying to find good ways to make curls, I think, ever since I was 9 or 10, because there's the mascara, because that was when my Harry Potter face started, and Hermione had somewhat curly hair, so, and that is really good, but I'm not gonna do it today. Otherwise I sometimes just, you know, blow dry them, and I'm gonna air dry them now. All right, let's just get this off. So you see, that is basically the eye makeup for today. You can see a bit of blusher here, and the hair is just gonna, you know, dry in a natural mode. I just used shampoo and conditioner, so that's basically that. What I sometimes also do, and I might be able to do that with one hand, is that I put lipstick on. I've got the Estee Lauder lipstick. I've unfortunately lost my favorite one, which was the red one, but they also have one which is like a, where's the camera? Which is like a berry. Can you see that? It's so dark. There you go. It's like a berry color. And I sometimes, you know, will just put that on for a day makeup and be good about it. So that is that. Right. Okay, so that is pretty much it. The morning routine. Let's go and get dressed. All right, I've dressed. I'm wearing, I've no clue where that is from actually, and the tag is out. So who knows, but actually I think it's from Primark, so. No. I'm wearing this amazing, I love this one. This is like a really soft cashmere winter top from Zara. And I'm wearing some, can you see that? Some Hollister jeans, which have hole in them, which I don't get. And I was trying to find trousers that didn't have a hole in them in December. Couldn't find one, so it's February and you find me running around with a hole in my trousers. So that is really stupid. But yeah. So I'm gonna make the bed now. I usually have a very simple breakfast, which is bread and tea. It's an exception that I'm drinking Yorkshire tea in the morning this morning, because usually I only allow myself 1 cup of, where am I looking? 1 cup of black tea every day, and I usually drink that in the afternoon. But because it's been such a slow morning and I've been feeling super tired, I have decided that I'm going to, oh, we don't have any glasses left. That I'm going just to make an exception and drink a cup in the morning as well. Probably just in the morning, we won't know. And I'm just trying to open the orange juice with one hand, which is a bit tricky. And so, there you go. I love orange juice in the morning. And it's like a new thing that we tend to have it at home all the time now. Usually it was a very special thing, but we've adapted to that now, and yeah. So this is my kitchen. It's not huge, and I have a view. You can't really say it's a view into the yard, and yeah. So that's that. So I'm normally, oops, dark. I have my breakfast, and during breakfast I watch Colbert or Seth Meyers or any other reality TV show, not reality TV show. Comedy TV show, and yeah, so that's basically my morning routine. So this is my breakfast slash work table at the moment because we haven't come around to setting up my desk yet. So this is all sorts of shit lying around. My watercolors that I told about in my yesterday's vlog about the impolite saleswoman, and here I have some that you will see, some drawings of the Graustein Academy, where there is a promo on whatever floats your boat .weebly.com/Harry-Potter. But yeah, so this is, I'm gonna have my breakfast first and then get some work done, and that's basically it. And if you were wondering what music is playing in the background, this is the lovely Kate Rusby, my favorite singer of all times.
To Hawaii, seek shelter. This is not a drill. Then everybody in Hawaii immediately bent over and kissed their ass aloha. But it was a drill. Well, according to an investigation into the incident, the employer responsible actually thought it was an attack. That was happening because during the training...
So I've had my breakfast and I watched a bit of Colbert, and now I'm actually going to start working before I'm going to Vienna to buy my semester ticket. And I mean, working is not really very fascinating to watch because what I'm doing basically is writing, updating my blog, doing this video obviously, writing my stories, my short stories, checking out new opportunities via Freedom with Writing, where they send you author opportunities, and then if I find something suitable, I will probably send them an article or something and hope that they will publish it. Yeah, and that's basically the whole work that I'm doing. It's not very funny to watch, but it's mainly computer work, so yeah, I don't think it's going to be very interesting to watch. Yeah, and then I'm going to Vienna, so we'll see what happens then. Hello, I'm actually going to go out now, and I'm already ready for the cold February Viennese air. I'm wearing a fake lamb's wool, fake leather coat from Zara, which I really like. And yes, I'm going to go to the tube now. I actually didn't really do much writing, to be honest. I had to do some admin stuff, call my insurance company. I wrote an article 5 times Annalise Keating was a total bitch, or a proper bitch, I don't know, some sort of bitch. You can read it on floatingtheboat.weebly.com in the TV and serious section, so that should be good. And I'm trying to get some more work done in the afternoon, but I was just organising things and stuff. So yeah, we're going to take the tube now to Erdberg, because there is where I have to buy my ticket. Hi, I've just been to the Vienna directory ticket office, and that was surprisingly uncomplicated, which is nice. So I'm walking through Vienna now, and I'm actually gonna go back home to get some more work done and probably bake some brownies for my man because it's his first day of work today. So I'm at the shops getting some stuff for baking and some milk and other things. So I'm back from the shopping and I bought really healthy, great stuff for lunch and some other things for baking. which I'm going to do later on, but my other camera has to charge because I'm doing this with my phone, which is probably why it's such a horrible quality. But yeah, it's just tidying things up and stuff. Unloading the dishwasher because we now have a dishwasher. Can you see it? This is it. I know this is embarrassingly like I'm embarrassed to state that that you could be regarding a dishwasher, but it's like I have never had a dishwasher. Our previous flat we didn't have one. Where am I looking all the time? The camera's down here, right? And probably the main reason why we took this apartment was because it had a dishwasher. And the funny thing is that my man, he always washes things up, which I don't understand, because I haven't washed up a single thing, I think, since we moved here. To be frank, I've only cooked once ever since we moved here. That was 2 weeks ago, more than 2 weeks ago, because I'm not the brilliant cook. I really am not. My man cooks, usually. I don't. And if I do, it's usually spaghetti or some potato related thing, or Kaiserschmarrn, which I'm going to do in the evening probably. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop in the pizza and probably watch some more Colbert while eating, because I have this really bad habit of watching TV while I'm eating, because I think it's very frustrating to eat alone and just be in silence. I think that's really weird. So I'm not really doing that, and I'm basically have forgone the idea to do something else because I'm just too bored. I couldn't be bothered. You can't really read while you eat because your hands are busy, and yeah, so I'm waiting for my battery to be charged from the other camera because I cannot really film baking with this camera. This is so dark. Because obviously I need my 2 hands for baking. Yeah, but that's lunch for now. So I might be up to do something a bit healthier in the future, but today I'm just not. Hi there. I've switched to my other camera because, as I said, I can't really do any baking without my hands. So I've had lunch and I'm going to bake some brownies now for my man because he's had his first day at work today. This is like what it looks like now when you've put it in. Make sure you bounce it off. I can't really do that with one hand, but like this, to make sure that any air inside has gone out. Alright, so I'm going to pop it into the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then we'll see if they are good. I am back to working. The brownies are finished. They look gorgeous. And at the moment, try not to suffocate. At the moment I'm writing a biography part on my blog so that I don't always have to write to editors and publishers, but I can just link to my website and they can read everything there. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I have published the Annalise Keating article, so that's ready to read if you're interested. And I've also managed to submit a short story to an American journal, because my goal is to at least send out 3 books, short stories, whatever, per week. I'm not doing very great at the moment, but so yeah, that's the plan. And I also have to get back with my non-fiction writing, but at the moment that's a bit hard. So yeah, that is basically it for now. It's now 4:30, so my man is going to come back any minute. He just called, and then he's going to tell me about his day, his first day at work. And tomorrow I'm going to go to Innsbruck so you might see a couple of movies from Tyrol as well. Where I hope the weather is going to be better, because here it's just horrendous. It's raining again. Winter in Vienna, not recommendable. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing at the moment. I'm apparently looking in the wrong direction. I'm probably looking at myself instead of the camera. But it's so low down there. Yeah, anyway. So you can also read the bio shortly on floatingtheboat.weebly.com. Subsection bio. It's a new subsection. And yeah, so that's it for now. Yeah, I think so.
Hi everybody, it's not even 10 to 6 yet, and I'm already in bed because I'm not feeling so great, because I'm really tired from the day. And yeah, so I've decided to call it an early night. Obviously I'm not going to sleep straight away, but I'm going to watch a bit of murder, get some work finished, and yeah. And yeah, so my man came home earlier, and he had a very great first day at work, which is amazing, and we had a little chat and brownies, and we watched the latest episode of The Big Bang Theory season 11, which was really good this week. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I submitted a story, I did some research. I haven't finished the bio yet on the website. I'm going to do that now, and I've decided to go to Innsbruck tomorrow at around lunchtime too, because I have to sort out some moving things and stuff. I'm going to visit my parents, so that's for tomorrow. And yeah, that is basically it. So this is obviously a day in my life as of 5th of February. In my life the days are very different from day to day, because I have days where I just do freelance work, like today I do editing, I do writing, admin stuff, and then there are days where I go to uni, and there are days where I work, so like work as a tutor, English tutor. So it's all very different, and you cannot really pin it down as, you know, this is me every day, because that's not the kind of life I'm leading, and I'm glad about that actually. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the journey, and I'm sure I'm going to do something like that in a while, probably when the day is a little bit more interesting than this one, but we'll see. Alright, then I wish you a very good night, and I'm going to watch murder now.